No, this is the wrong one.
Right.
Oh, this is just like spirits walking around. This moss grows in sprawling clumps, and its dull crimson hue earned its name. It is a common sight in more humid regions, where locals say that the moss resembles wounds at the base of trees where it is found. Pilgrim's Crown. These small golden flowers grow across entire meadows in the plains of Iximil, and less commonly in the deerwood. They're frequently woven into garlands and wreaths. Many a pair of infatuated youths has passed a pilgrim's crown between them. This reeking flesh once held a bound soul. With its energy fading, the flesh is entering a rapid decay. Yeah. A favorite of hummingbirds, these large trumpet-shaped flowers are often found in gardens and used for decorations. St. Gyron's horn. The cool thing about this is like, you have like a ingredient stash. It just reminded me of Elder Scrolls Online, where you have to buy a subscription to get unlimited crafting bag. Bloodstone is traditionally a dark stone, often a deep green. It's red, but the presence of pockets of iron or red jasper, resembling blood spatter, give the stone its name as well as its value. It's interesting. Agate. Agates are common on Eora, often used by craftsmen for their bright colors. Their considerable hardness also lends them a variety of more practical applications. Jasper is found in the wild as a dull and mottled stone, frequently in red or green, but often with a variety of colors lent by other surrounding minerals. While relatively easy to find, polished, the stone's distinctive swirls of color give it endless variety. Okay, and I read already all of those other ones. Christmas Eve, at that side place, in the basement, on their face. Oh. Now I'm pretty merciless with my stabbing because I'm no longer fatigued. Yeah. Remember, like before earlier, I was like, it took me forever to kill that bitch. It's funny. Like forever. Is that better? That one doesn't have any armor value. Well, this one doesn't have any armor value either. So I guess it's just a matter of Whether you want to look like that or look like this. Yeah. Touch more salt. How long it's take to make some damn stew? Don't rush me. You have to let the meat absorb the flavor. Or the dwarf is the you're absorbing the sharp end of my dagger if you don't hurry it up. The dwarf is the one that's being held hostage. He should be helping us fighting these guys now. The young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled, as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. Yeah, because I didn't see the conversation before. I thought he was part of the bandit group. What? The bandit turns. Get him, you dogs. You make sure our new cook don't run off. Help, please, help. One of the bandits give Tenfrith a kick as they pass him, and he huddles. I didn't even notice that was actually the dwarf. I can't start playing games, huh? As soon as I start, here you come. Begging for something. It's crazy, Yoshi. I must emit some kind of odor every time I start playing games. I guess she comes in here like clockwork. That's it. That's all you're getting. Bye. You know, you're going to be eating here pretty soon, so bye. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, baby. Bye. Okay, you're going to get the... you can't get to him. Okay. That didn't even hit that one. The bastard. That ability is shit. Knockdown. A shit ability. This guy just wouldn't die. The heck? Did he just use like some kind of healing potion? Because he's back at full health. That's crazy. Can I even win this? Come on, can you just fucking stab him? Why does he have to miss so much? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm done with this fucking archer just getting free reign. An asshole.
Let's go.
Yeah, not so fun anymore when you have to fight me face to face, bitch. Yeah, crit his ass. Sevef. Remove Sevef's crash. Oh, this is it's an addictive drug. Sevef can be tracked back to provisioners in the Valen Republics, where the markers for the plant in question enjoy rapidly raising demand. Most commonly chewed and inhaled, Sevef is infamous for the near catatonic state in which it often places its adherence. Those who use it claim that the drug gives them a sense of urgency and meaning, lost when the effects fade. More colorful accounts claim that a drug allows one to look within themselves and witness the sight of their own soul. You get a -4 resolve for 3 minutes after you take it, this, when the effects are gone. I'll take it though, we can sell it. Fruit. Class 5 max endurance. Their wood and fruits improve the imported sunreed, staple of Adrian orchards, and the common pear. Though Valen figs are quite popular among the wealthy. Okay. Oops. Spirits. Concocted by the most daring of brewers, spirits come in many forms and flavors, but they all share the virtue of hurling every problem into a sea of liquid fire. Oh, that's there we go. We need that hood. 6. The rest is crap. Okay. Okay, yeah, they bunch them all together when you loot them, which is nice. More fruits? Yes, please. The tent is empty, but for a pair of stained cots and the stink of unwashed bodies. Oh, you can stash all of them? Well, why wouldn't I just want to pick them all up then? If I can just stash them, you know? Right? Yeah, so I should have stashed the stuff that I got, like with the other 2 characters. I didn't. Wow. Okay. So you can carry however. Wow. There's no. You can just stash them all? Well, there's a limit, I guess, maybe. Maybe not. That's interesting. Just put them in your stash. Huh. Okay. And no subscriptions needed. How about that?
Hello.
By the flame. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored with me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. The dwarf looks aghast. Listen, next time you're in Gilded Vale, stop by the Black Hound Inn. I'll let Pasca know just what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. You have earned a reputation. Reputations can be held with communities or factions in the Eastern Reach, and will affect how members of that group respond to you. In some cases, friends or families of those groups will also react to your affiliations. Helping a group will increase your positive reputation of that group. Harming a group will increase your negative reputation. It is possible to have a mixed positive and negative reputation with a group if you help and harm them in equal measure. Okay. I think the wow, I didn't even have that at 125, huh? And it was still pretty big. I just feel that that's too big for me. This is fine. So even at 4K, actually, it scales up pretty good. The text. Well, I guess we're gonna loot everybody then, since I can just stash them. you know? Why not just loot everyone? Yeah, these guys are pretty fucking mean. And they have like pierce damage and shit, because they're like
Let's go.
going through my endurance. Oh, that's cute. The wolves of the Deerwood are a large and crafty breed. They present a serious hazard to travelers who venture off the beaten path. Hunters who seek them out will not usually contend with a single wolf, for they travel in packs of varying size, presenting a challenge to any lone hunter. Their furry hides are valued for the warmth they can provide, and the teeth of the strongest wolves make for impressive trophies. Okay, should I go to sleep? I feel like I'm still okay, you know. Christmas Eve, we met at that sad place. River Reed. These tall reeds grow along the creeks and rivers of the Deerwood, where they often spook travelers with the eerie whistle of the wind through their stems. Very cool description. Isn't there like a cave here, like with a bear? It's like for a quest. And I think you have to talk to somebody first. Oh, you can kind of visit the cave, I guess, but... Oh, yeah, this guy. Damn thing. Come on.
Gods keep you.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale. Hard luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road, and you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after all. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. He shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Naunton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. Naunton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. Where did you find this bear? In a cave, a ways up that way. He turns to point to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Farewell. I'm trying to remember if you can actually fight this thing at this level. Because I know I've killed this bear. But I don't know if I've killed it alone after I've encountered that guy or some other time, you know. So yeah, so apparently you can just loot everything. I didn't know this. The grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned. Wouldn't hurt to try though, right? Since we're here. That sad place. Oh, what's that? Shattered pieces of crate are strewn about the dirt, along with few muddy vegetables. Maybe we can make it a little bit bigger. Oops. Christmas Eve. That's that place. These distinctive mushrooms are shaped like arrowheads protruding from the side of tree trunks. Southwest arrow. Is there something I can eat? Admeth's Mirth. I don't think we read that one. Oh, we did. It's the very beginning. Do we want to go in? I think I should rest up first. There it is. Yeah, we can kill the bear, I think. Looks good. Oh god, maybe not. I can't even... Oh no. No, we can't. No, we can't. It's too powerful. So we have to go back to the go back to town and come back and kill it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe we can if we use the That's 300 endurance for 5 minutes. I'm gonna try it again with oh. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's a lot of endurance. Come on, you can do it. Come on. That bear has a like +7 damage reduction. I guess not. Imagine playing on that with that mode on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's that one mode where you can only die once. Yeah, we have to come back for this nasty bear. Such an ass. Oh, that's right. This is a test. These age walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Examine the wall more closely. These heavy bricks are slick with moss, preventing a hindrance of climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. Scale the wall. You find a handhold upon one of the large stones and start to pull yourself up. You make your way steadily up the crumbling ruin and over the top. Nice. Oops. I do not think he will ever see this, but you were right, Fulvano. We should have journeyed south together and been safer for it. I would tolerate all the gloating in the world, if I might live to hear it. I have put myself out of reach of the beasts circling below, but I am done for all the same. I do not think I will rise again. Whoever finds this, pray for me. Perhaps in the next life I shall be a trapper of wolves. So how do I go back down? Oh, same. From the edge of the wall you can see an old cobblestone road turning south in the patchy trees of the Vale Wood. You swing yourself over the side and pick your way back down to the ground level.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
A man approaches you. His skin is dull and gray as the desolate village behind him. He scans you with sunken, lifeless eyes. His voice is a dry croak. He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
That's a rather personal question.
And an important one nevertheless. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
If you said something about Hollowborn and Wadeland's legacy before? He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn. And then why'd you ask if you ever had a Hollowborn? Have been a scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Wadeland's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Lord Radric's decree may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart, he nods. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understand our rules. I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a beerwhack. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Points at a body hanging from the tree.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra petal to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Before I got here, several people conducting a strange ceremony near the ruins. Some ruins. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mentioned that trespassing on Ingwithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Barath, have mercy. We certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a beerwhack. He polishes his spectacles on his sleeve. If you'd been that close to a beerwhack, you wouldn't be standing here. Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy. It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Urgiat looks out towards the east, his expression unreadable. He blinks slowly and turns his attention back to you.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
A peculiar spasm crosses his face, and the corner of his mouth quirks up into a mirthless smile. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you get some rest. The inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps. But that is not your concern. Don't threaten me, little man. He shakes his head, unmoved. It is not a threat, only a warning. Lord Redrick will not tolerate no threats to his kin, or those who live upon his lands. Grief will not make him more docile. What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Berath must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on you. Okay, so we're gonna stop here. Yeah, because we're about ready to encounter Mr. Hot over here. And then there's like this part, I think this church over here, this ruin, the ruins of a church over here. There's a really lengthy lore. I remember, because I remember that lore because it's like, because it's a really good read. But it was also very, very long, and it's like at the start of the game, and then you encounter this super long. I'm not sure if it's on the parchment or something, but yeah, it's like super long, but it's super. It's really fun to read. So anyway, till next time.